Good afternoon, guys. It has been a few days since I last recorded something, but today is BAM! Oops, I have my timer on. Today is the 3rd? Yes, today's the 3rd of December. I'm about to start this workout. It is currently 3:15 in the PM. This week has been extremely boring because, as I said earlier, it's testing week, so I literally have nothing to do this whole week. But, you know. And anyways, so well, let me tell you about something. So, okay, first of all, guys, I want to give a big thank you to everybody because we just hit 800 subscribers. Oh my God! Yeah, so we got 800 subscribers, so that's very cool. So a big thank you to all of you guys. I'm really, I think I'm not sure how long it'll take to get there, or even if we ever get there. But when if and when we get to 1K. Subscribers, I'm gonna do another Q&A and let you guys just ask a bunch of questions. Maybe we'll get more questions this time, and even if there's repeat questions, I'll answer them pretty quickly, whatever. So that I'll do another Q&A at 1,000, but I just want to wait, because the traveling season's coming up, so I'm gonna have like a lot of videos and stuff from my traveling from the winter break. So anyways, that's some cool good news, and here's some bad news, guys. Yesterday I was very annoyed, very frustrated because I rode my bike back to my home during lunch break, and I got stopped by the cops, man. I got stopped by the cops, and you know what? So why did I get stopped by the cops? This is not even the first time. This is the second time. If some of you guys watch way back when, probably nobody remembers this, but I got stopped by the cops before. So this time I was like this. Okay, this is how I ride my bike, like this. I got stopped by the cops, and they came up, and they pulled their freaking police car in front of me. So I'm about to run into them. They stepped out of the car, like, oh hey, please don't wear your earphones when you're riding your bike. And I know the law because we had a little meeting with the police chief last year at the JET, mid-semester, I don't know, whatever, the last year's JET meeting, and we asked the police chief, hey, is it okay if you wear just one earphone? And he was like, technically it's okay. So I told the police guy, oh, I just have one in. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, oh, well, can you come to the side? And then he's like, so whose bike is this? And he started interrogating me. He's like, whose bike is this? And he's like, is this your bike? And I was like, no, but I'm borrowing. And he's like, oh, what are you? And I'm like, I'm a teacher at the high school. And he's like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from America. And then he asked to see my information and all this crap, and then he's like, oh, who lent you this bike? Told him. He's like, okay, what's his name? I told him the name. He's like, what's his first name? I was like, I don't know his first name. Then they called the school, which is a big hassle for me, hassle for the school, to confirm that the teacher actually let me borrow his bike. So that was annoying. And then I was like, I just got annoyed because I was like, okay, well, you guys stopped me last year and you did the exact same thing. Why are you stopping me again? And then they're like, oh, well, we're just trying to make sure, the bike's not stolen. You got to make sure. And they're like, because there's no lock on it. And I was like, there's a lock on the front wheel. And then they're like, oh, well, this lock's really old, so, someone can just, smack it and it'll break, and then someone could steal it. And I was like, I have the key in the lock, Why would I have the key if I stole this bike? And then they're like, oh, well, we're just we got to get the information for the bike so that if somebody does steal it, it's okay. We can help you find it. And that would have been good. That would have been fine, whatever. Even though they're clearly BSing me, I wouldn't have really cared if they just stopped it at that point. But then he's like, oh, what's inside your backpack? And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, it's just my food, whatever. And then I was like, can I see inside your backpack? I really don't know what he was expecting to find. Oh my God, surprise, it's a bomb, we're all dead. So it's just a pretty big hassle. Very irritating, but we got past it, whatever. So now that was yesterday. This is today, and yeah. A little update on my back, by the way. So my lower back's really been, this week it did not feel good at all. So yesterday, I'm finally this week I'm going to give my lower back complete rest. Pretty much complete rest. Yesterday was leg day. Didn't do any squats or any sumo deadlifts or anything. Just let it heal. I did 8 or 9 sets of the leg press just to make up for the volume that I'm losing from squats. And then I did a crap ton of isolated hamstring and glute exercises. So I just want to let it heal up this week, and then next week I'll start up trying to do normal stuff again as soon as the pain is gone. It's really like a hyperextended type of pain, so that's kind of annoying. Anyways, today doing the upper chest and shoulders. So starting off with the barbell incline bench, gonna try to see if I can do last week's weight and see if I can possibly move up if I feel good enough. So here we go. Alright guys, so this is an incline bench workout, or at least that's what I recorded, and this is starting out with some warm-up sets, just 50 kilos, 110.23 pounds. These are just some warm-up sets, and you know, I am so used to kilos now that I've been in Japan for such a long time, and all I see are kilo plates. It's going to be strange when I go back to America this winter and go to the gyms. I'm going to have to calculate all the poundages, which is going to be a little bit of a hassle. But anyways, I kind of just want to show you guys, you know, my progression in the incline bench, just all my movements over time, and show you guys how that affects the changes in my physique as we move along this bulk. Alright, last warm-up set, 60 kilos total. It's probably about like 124, around the 125 pound mark. Here we go. Last warm-up set. So I've kind of decided to leave in these long like setup parts. As you can see, this is actually taking me a pretty long time to set up, but I fast forward it so it goes through a little faster. But I just want to show you guys that, you know, I do take my time to set up, and I do think it's important to make sure your setup and everything is the same each time. That way you can really keep track of your progress, because if you're setting up differently each time and a set feels different, like, oh, that felt a little harder, that felt a little easier, but you're changing your setup, maybe that's why. Alright, moving on to the real sets. Here's the first real set. This is first working set, I should say. So this is my weight from last time that I was able to move up to. It is a total of 67.5 kilos or 148.8 pounds. And so I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna do this for a set, and if it feels pretty good, then I'll try to move it up to the next step, which would be 2.5 kilos more. Alright, finally, no more interruptions. So like I was saying, you know, if you're changing your setup each time and changing your tempo or changing how your intensity or whatever, you know, that might change the difficulty or how you feel while you're doing the set, and that might skew how you view your progress. You know, you might think it's harder, might think something's easier, but maybe it's not actually harder or easier. Maybe it's not your actual strength, but maybe it's just your lack of consistency in your technique. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So anyways, this is the weight that I went up to last time, as I said, 67.5 kilos. By the way, quick little interjection. Like I said earlier in the video, we are now up to 800 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. So thank you guys so much for everybody who subscribed, everybody who watches, and everybody who continues to watch. So, you know, let's see if we make it to the big 1K. I actually do want to do another Q&A. I think it's pretty fun to do Q&As, and it's like a good chance to interact with, you know, everybody on the YouTubes. I enjoy that kind of thing. To be honest, you know, over here in Siama, there's nobody here, right? I'm just by myself, so interacting with you guys on YouTube is kind of like just a way to be able to use English every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, guys? Because listening to Japanese all day and whatever, sometimes it just gets a little tiring. I just want to, you know, speak English, just communicate in English, you know. But anyways, back to the workout now. So I bumped up the weight to 70 kilos on this day, which I think I said 154 pounds, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so after I hit the first set of 67.5 kilos, which was what I did last time, it didn't feel too bad at all. So I decided to move up to the next weight, which would be another 1.25 kilo plate on each side, making the grand total 70 kilos. And so I decided to try to finish out the rest of my sets, 8 reps each, with good technique, good form, with 70 kilos. And the first set went very, very well. 8 reps, no problem. Second set right here, looking good. See, everything's very controlled. And, you know, I don't know, I just kind of, I now take a lot of pride in just form, you know. I like to see myself do sets with good form. I mean, there's some exercises out there that you might not have the best form, like a super heavy deadlift, or like what is it, the bent over barbell rows, because the way that, I'll talk about another video, but the way, if you're aggressive and you're like jerking or whatever, it does hit your back in a different way. But anyways, but just know that I do take a lot of pride in form. I really like seeing this kind of clean form rather than seeing my old videos when I went back and watched them recently and I wasn't going down to my chest. That's kind of like, Oh man, that does not look pretty, but it's a lot better now. So anyways, this is just a little training vlog, incline bench, you know, how it's moving along. And once again, just want to say I'm very happy to know that you guys are enjoying the videos, you like watching, or you just like supporting me. So thanks again, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.